Hi people. The release of Summoners War Chronicles took place yesterday. The release is global, but very strange. The feeling is that the developers don't want us to see it. Because the game has a Russian language, but without VPN, you can't download it almost anywhere. The game is available on phones and in Steam, that is, it is completely cross-platform. In fact, this is a standard anime-gacha game with collecting an insane number of pets and only 3 classes. We have only 3 classes to choose from. These are Healer, Mech, and Tank. I chose a tank. This is how, according to the developers, modern knights look like. A school uniform, a backpack, some kind of sledgehammer and a shield that is glued to the hand completely past the grip. Pumping in the game is uncomplicated, based on the plot, which periodically leads us to the dungeon. The dungeon is passed for the first time without an autoboy, purely with handles. They killed a couple of moves, put out the boss. Then the same dungeons can be passed on the machine. There are also side quests or location exploration. These are quests that give you NPCs standing in these loci. Go through 3 or 4 quests of each NPC and get some kind of reward. The gameplay is nothing complicated. The first 2, 3, 4 locations, 2, 3, 4 worlds that you meet, pass with a bang. You are bombarded with awards. You are bombarded with different summoning scrolls. You have a bunch of everything that makes you feel better. Maybe it's for now and then most likely you will miss something, but so far everything is flying by easily. By the way, initially the global version of this game was going to launch prices in T, but then common sense came to the developers in a dream and they decided to release a normal version without this modern infection. The game is tied to the elements. We have water, air and fire and darkness and light. As in some Genshin. Accordingly, we can beat the water mobs with the wind and so on. It is for this that we select the stuff. We don't have the typical equipment like in other RPG games, we only have weapons and jewelry. The tank also has a shield. Weapons differ in elements, they can be enhanced. Also, then the insertion of gems, the use of the effect stone and the reforging of equipment will open. Everything is being sharpened safely, at least up to +10, everything flies with a bang without breaking, and in general, I think, the stuff does not break. Unnecessary stuff can be disassembled, for this you will be given sharpening stones. Well, since everything here is built on a combination of elements, just everything. All the dungeons, all the monsters, all the locations. That is, initially we have a wind location, now I'm in the desert, we have a fire location. We need to summon monsters for this cause. There are an insane number of monsters. I've screwed up monsters for myself in 2 days of the game. These elementaries attack to hell, they all differ just the same in elements. You will have to choose all this for the tasks you need. There are also a huge number of banners summoning different creatures. I have not seen such a number for a long time. We have as many as 8 draft banners here. Plus or minus they are all the same, it's just that each of the banners gives you an increased chance to summon one of the creatures. I twisted them, and quite a lot on free summoning scrolls, nothing good ever fell to me. Of course, there are banners calling for more legendary creatures, but they will all blow up. Despite the fact that I was given a lot of summoning scrolls, I probably wound up 200 or 300 of these calls in 2 days. I don't have any normal monsters, except for one 5-star, which I was given almost 100%. Which may mean that you will have to collect pets for a very long time if you decide to play this game on a regular basis. Either donate to this endless gacha, or hope that you will get something from free calls. There is also enough donation here. In principle, you can buy everything and everything you need for the development of your pet, everything you need to summon gacha, various combat passes for $10, which will give you more rewards and so on. The prices here, though, are shown with the ruble icon, but it's not a ruble, it's dollars. So the prices for donut are standard $10, $5, $50, $100 and so on. In addition, in 2 days I managed to open, of course, the PvP arena. She is here one-on-one, most likely with bots. There is an arena rating here. We also have a development path. This is a single dance, where you go to beat these here pourings like horns or the queen of spiders and other monsters that open up as you progress through the plot and leveling. Here you are given runes that are inserted into the slots of your pets and strengthen them. Runes can also be sharpened. The dungeons are not complicated, they run on the machine, they can literally be skipped, there are no problems at all. By the way, in the arena, if you fight with an opponent whose BM is smaller than yours, you can automatically skip the battle with him. Only group dungeons have been open to me so far, this is a raid. Unfortunately, you can walk once a day. It's also nothing complicated. get together 5 times to find this boss and some kind of stuff falls from him. I knocked the purple shield off him. Level up further in the story, a new dungeon will open. There is also a rift that is not yet available to me and a seal. Otherwise, the content is absolutely not complicated and I would say standard. We have skills, a lot of passive skills for tanking, for the attraction of protection from monsters, and so on. Perhaps the tank will be useful in the dungeon, although the tank does not have a special aggro here. There is a wardrobe, there is equipment reinforcement, there are collections of achievements, there are different glasses and a lot of things that you will have to close, click and click. Then Kairs, the ruins of Galagas, the Sky Tower, the expedition and the battlefield will open. By the way, the test tower has already opened for me. It's nothing but an endless tower from floor to floor, mobs are more complex and it's getting harder to pass it. Well, the rewards are better. Interestingly, this endless tower has its own tree of passive skills, let's say. As you progress, you are given these coins, and depending on what you need to pass a particular floor or to strengthen your character, you can pump it all here. Of course, it was not without appearances. We have a wardrobe in which you can sort of craft this equipment, but it's not clear to me how easy or difficult it is to get these things. There are actually a lot of sets of clothes, there are around 20 or 30 of them here, for every taste. Moreover, each of the sets of clothes gives you some bonuses such as increasing attack, defense or resistance to damage from specific types of monsters. I don't think this bonus is quite big, but there are really a lot of kits. There are also effects from these kits, well, and the ability to change your appearance if you get tired of it. From cosmetics there is also transport. I was given such a riding bear on quests, and we were also given this hair for pre-registration. And so there are elephants, birds, camels, dragons, and so on. There is even a flying broom. In general, well, such a standard anime gacha is my RPG. In principle, it is difficult for me to tell something new about her. You have already seen something like this for sure. If you've played the Neverland Legends or the Guard but Claudio, then you've probably seen everything like this before. It's the same here. Pump your character, dress him up, pump him elemental fluffs, thin them and collect a whole bunch of monsters for needs and specific tasks, whether it's a Danshan op or some raid dungeons. Well, or just quest locations. Well, as I said at the beginning, the global launch is not so global. It has a Russian language, it can be downloaded from Steam to a computer without problems, but if you decide to download it to phones, you will most likely encounter the fact that the game will not be available in your country. Although I still managed to download it from one of my accounts from the Play Store. Naturally, I will leave links to PC Pure, from where it can be downloaded without problems. Well, in the Telegram we have an APK file of this Android game, you can download it from there and install it. That's it for me. Write how you like such gacha anime games, like it or not. And in general, leave any comments. Also subscribe to the channel, put likes and bang the bell. Tarian was with you, bye to everyone.